Alright guys, welcome back to Cities Skylines in the city of San Rico. Last episode we started working on our old district, as I like to call it. Currently it's called More Hills. We may change that. Basically it just looks like a European style, just an old city basically, a European old style city. So we may change the name of it, for now it's More Hills. A couple things I did off camera is I added in a subway station here and then just a path to go back and forth. There were a lot of traffic going on here, and I wanted to try to shore that up a little bit. So we added the tram line in, and it has helped out tremendously. If I go to the correct thing here, we basically just extended it out from where we were. We didn't do anything crazy or any major changes to it. We just extended out what we already had built. We probably should look at redoing this at some point. It's kind of all over the place. It's not really that neat. But we will look at doing that in the future episode. For now, what I would like to do... wrong thing. What I would like to do now is I would like to try to expand out in our old section. And what I had envisioned for this was this bridge that I put in here as just basically a guideline of it, where I think the bridge should go. The old part of the city, I think, it feels like it could be right here in the section that we have here, and then part of it will be over here, obviously. Probably a bigger section of it will be over here. But to do that, we need to build a new interchange. So we have the one that came standard with the game here. It works fine. I don't really love it. There are a lot of YouTube creators out there that show you some really cool ideas for making some different kind of interchanges. One of those is a Trumpet Interchange, and I am very, very, very bad at creating that. I can tell you in the practice runs I did, it took me quite a long time to make one even look decent. And that may be a little bit subject to the fact that I am playing on console, so I'm restricted with what I can really do. Unlike all the guys that are doing it online with the computer, they have a lot more availability and features and different mods they can use to try to help work that out a little bit and make it look a little bit better. So what I've done so far is just to save some time is I created some guidelines. So as you can see here, there's some lines that I built right next to, pretty much as close as I can get to the highway here. And I flattened this entire section out because I want to make this into a Trumpet Interchange. Now, if you don't know what a Trumpet Interchange is, you can probably look it up online and people will kind of show you some real-life views of that. But basically, it just makes an interchange that kind of resembles a trumpet. That's where it gets the name from. So DeDub Plays is the first person that showed me this, and I've been watching a few other individuals as well. Just trying to get some ideas for this, and I think this is about the extent of what I'm going to try, at least for now, with my skill level being so new at this game. I think this is probably going to be a reach for my skill level at this time. So we're going to go ahead and start to begin on that. So I've got obviously two roads that I built across the highway, and those are just going to be your standard across the bridge. We're really not going to change them except making them into ramps. That's all they're going to do. We're just going to upgrade them to highway ramps. But for now, to make it easier on myself, they're just normal roads. So first things first, what we're going to do here is we're going to select this node here. We're going to turn on our curved, and we're going to drag this out about 6 sections. I don't know what the actual terminology is for this. I know people have used it before, and I don't remember. Units, I think, is what they normally call. But we're going to pull it out 6 units. So we're going to place it there, and then we're going to drag it over here also to 6 units. And we're going to lower it by 1. Whatever that is in the console version, I don't know if it's 1 unit or whatever it is, that's what we're going to do. So we're going to go ahead and hit A there, and you can see there's a gradual slope right now that's going up to this bridge. Now this bridge is not flat and perfect, but I don't really know if I'll have a better way to be able to make it flat. So we'll probably have to just play with it a little bit and see how it goes. But we've started our first round and around that we've created for one of our ramps here. Now we want to do the same thing with this one, but we want to go a little bit further. If we go the same amount, so if we go 6 here, and we pull it in, obviously you can see it's not gonna look right. So we have to go further. And what I've figured out is it looks like you want to go about 8. So there's 6, 7, 8. So each one of those dashes in between that is another unit, I believe is what they call it. So if we click that there, and then we drag this up to the same section that this one's on, it's going to look a little bit more realistic and like it actually flows and meant to be there. So there we go again. We dropped it down by 1. and it kind of follows along the path. So it looks pretty good. I mean, they get a little close there, but that's okay. It's not exactly perfect, but that's the best you're going to be able to do on the console. It's really hard to do any kind of really close manipulation without a mod on the console. So again, here we'll take this the inner circle here. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to go 6. So there's our 6, and we're going to turn it, and we're going to go to 6. And we'll drop it down one more, and we'll leave it there. So again, you can see a natural slope all the way up to the bridge. It's perfect. So we're going to do the same thing on this one. So we're going to go out 8. And that looks like 8. And then we'll go the same thing here. And you have to play with it a little bit, but eventually you will get it. And it will let you put it right next to it. Alright, so there you go. So that is our beginning of our ramp there. So the final touches here, and that's why we have these guidelines here, is we want to make... basically want to take this and go over here. But what we want to do is we want to go into freeform to do this. So we're going to grab this, and we're going to go up to about, I think, there. Yeah, and then we're going to drag it to there. Now, it's relatively a sharp corner there, but it's not too bad. I think it should still work. And I didn't drop it down because when you drop it down, it just doesn't look right the more I practice with it. And maybe I could make this bigger and it would make it look right. Or maybe I make the curve smaller. But I like the way this looks. It's a bigger curve going onto this ramp, and I think that makes the most sense to try to keep the traffic at bay. So we're going to do the same thing here. Boom. So now they should be pretty much identical. One going to the left and one going to the right. The final thing we're going to do is we're going to delete one more of these roads here and one here. And we're going to drag this, and we're going to go just straight. And we're going to drop it down and then connect it up to here. And you can see as it comes on, or comes off, whichever one, I think this is going to be coming off. Yeah, coming off. You can see it's a gradual slope all the way there. So I think that looks nice, and I think it works best, at least for what I've been able to do in my very minimal knowledge of this game and minimal skill, really. And then we're going to do the same thing here. So drop it down and then connect it up, and perfect. So we have our on-ramp and our off-ramp complete. Now we need to start building off this way, figure out the roundabout or whatever we decide to use here, and then figure out our on-ramp. I should actually get this out so you can see what I'm talking about. Our on-ramp to go here, and then obviously our off-ramp to come here. Now, what I would like to try to do, and I'm not going to be perfect at this, guys, so don't hold me too much to it, but what I would love to do is be able to keep this as symmetrical as I can. So where the on-ramp is here, so from the highway onto this and then onto here, wherever that is, I would like this one to be the exact same spot. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that, but that's what I would like to do. So we're going to play around with it a little bit and see what we can come up with here. So first things first, let's drag this road out a little further. And obviously it's not going to be this high the whole way. We're going to drop it down. But I'm just using this basically as guidelines for right now. I don't really care too much about that yet. I want to try to create our on and off ramp on this side now. So we're going to drop this all the way down to the ground. And I think that's a good spot. And we'll come up to... Actually, you know what? I think a better idea would be to do this. Let's grab this here. And this will be 5 units right there, right? Boom, 5 units. And then 5 units here. I'm going to do this on both sides. I think this is what we want to do right here. Boom, 5 units, 5 units, 5 units. Okay, perfect. Now, what we're going to do is drag this road out here a little further. We'll just go 10 units. I don't think we need 10 units, but we're going to do 10 units anyway. We're going to do the same thing on this side. And what we're going to do is we're going to delete this road. And then we're going to come in here to the freeform. And... okay, so that should work. So if we remove this, it should connect up now. Yeah, that looks good. All right, so we're going to do the same thing here. Boom. And then remove that. And then we'll grab this. And that's probably about as good as I'm going to be able to get it, guys. So we'll go ahead and remove this now. And then we can remove these guidelines. They're roads, but I'm using them as guidelines, essentially, is what I mean. Okay, perfect. So those should be pretty even. Well, it's about as even as I'm going to be able to get on console. So we'll work with that. Now, we want to work on our on and off ramps now, right? So let's remove that, and let's just make sure that if I drag this out straight, it's flat on the ground. It is. Okay, good, 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 good. Alright, so what we want to do now is we want to try to freeform this into the highway. So we're on freeform still, so that's good. So I would go out to probably about... Let's go to there. And, okay, so it won't let me do it. I'm going to have to think about this some more, I think, guys. I thought I was gonna be able to do this. From a practice run, it seemed like this was gonna work, but clearly it's not. Okay, so this is not working how I wanted it to, guys. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to go off camera for a second. Well, I'm not even on camera today, but I'm going to go... I'll put a little edit into here. I'll work on this a little bit and see if I can figure out what's going on with this. Alright, guys, I'm back. I'm just an idiot. When I was playing around with it earlier, trying to figure out what the heck I was doing, I realized that this entire highway had been upgraded to a 4-lane highway, which is fine, but while we're doing this interchange, we want it to be down to a 3. So it was basically saying there wasn't enough room and I had the roads too close. As soon as I moved it down to a 3, we're not going to be able to connect to every single node, but we connect to a lot of the nodes. So I can go to that one, and it perfectly lines up perfectly with it. So the final thing I need to do here is, you can see this node, it does not match up with this node. So we have got to figure out a way to fix that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and delete this part of the highway. And we are going to grab our 3-lane highway here. And we're going to come out. We need to turn our snappers back on here. Oh, looks like we have it. There we go. And we will drag it to there, I suppose. That's not perfect, actually. Needs to be a little bit wider. That's good enough. I'd say that's good enough. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and we'll just drag it out to there. Now, we should have the same nodes now for here and here. So, and we'll fix the rest of these nodes later. I mean, these are just kind of a temporary highway anyway. I just built this quickly, you know, just so I can start working on this interchange. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and grab this side and have it come in at the exact same spot. Now, I realize that's a really far off-ramp, but I think it's going to work, guys. I do. I think it'll work well. So we need to delete this guy and that guy, and then go to our road. And then it won't let me do it there, huh? There we go. There we go. That's about as good as I'm going to get it there, guys. That's about as good as I'm going to get it. And then we're going to do the same thing over here. So we've got to fix this highway as well. The nodes are all screwed up, as you can see. So this one will be, I think, a little bit closer to here, I would say. Maybe here. If we can do it on there, that would be great, I think. So let's see if we can remove some of these roads here and try to line this up a little bit better. It's this one. This side's the one I need to get rid of. Alright, so let's get rid of some of those roads. And then we'll find our 3-lane here. We need to go straight. That's part of the problem. All right, that should now allow us to do what we're trying to do. Let me drop this down to a 3. We'll fix that later. Obviously, for now, we're just going to make it like that. We will fix it. Okay, so go to our roads here. Freeform. Go out about to there. And boom. There we go. Let's disconnect. And then I think we're going to do that, which is going to make it even easier for us. Maybe. Let's see if it has to do with that. Okay, so something is causing issues here. Okay, so I don't know. Okay, so something's causing issues here, so I'll have to play with this a little bit and see if I can figure out what's going on with this one. Alright guys, we're back. I don't know what happened there. I just had to basically just remove all of the roads and then reconnect them all, and it worked perfectly fine. So I have no idea what happened, but that's the case anyway. So I started working on, in the meantime, I started working on upgrading everything to on-ramps and off-ramps. So just going to go ahead and go around here and continue doing this quickly. Alright, perfect. What's missing here? Oh, we got one in the middle that's wrong. Okay. Alright, so this one is good all the way through now. So now we got to work on this guy, which obviously it's not going to go out this far. So that's probably good enough. Why can I not upgrade to that type? Okay. I don't know. Weird. Okay. So this guy needs to be fixed now. So we've got him going on. We need him to go the other way. So we'll turn him around. Alright. Perfect. So our Trumpet Interchange is basically done now. So now it's just a matter of us kind of sprucing it up, making it look a little better. Now, the nice thing is that there were already a bunch of trees here, so we can use those to our benefit. But I would like to add some rocks and some other things in here to try to make it look a little bit nicer. Maybe remove some of these because they're kind of redundant. You know, do something like you would normally see in a really nice interchange. So I will go off camera. Well, I'm still off camera. I keep saying go off camera because I'm used to being on camera. But I will be right back with you guys in a second after I finish upgrading all of the scenery. Alright guys, I'm back. I think that's probably going to be about the best I can do, at least for right now. It looks pretty good, I think. We'll certainly add some more to it as we continue along here, but we added some, you know, some nice little small bush trees kind of on the path that wherever we could, wherever it led us to. We added a nice rock feature here around the turnaround, and then threw in a few of the purple and some small grassery, I can't talk today, guys. Some grass bushes around the ground on the grass there. And threw a bunch of the purple trees just kind of out here, scattered them out here with the trees that were already there, just to try to make it look a little bit better, add a little more color to it. I didn't really do a whole lot over here, and I didn't do anything here in this section here, this quadrant here, mostly because I had plans to turn it into, you know, some kind of a city area, like I said, the old city, eventually at some point. So we're not quite done yet with this build, but we're getting really close. I mean, the main bulk of it has been completed. We have our lane mathematics in here going on. So it's 3 here on to 4. 4 here. 1 off ramp down to 3. And then 3 all the way until you get to an on ramp and 4. And then the same on this side. So hopefully that works out pretty well. Now, what we have to do is eventually we're going to connect it obviously to this road and likely these 2 roads. But I'm concerned with these 2 roads. If you've watched any of my previous episodes, you saw one time I did connect these 2 and it got catastrophic with how much traffic was going across here, and that's really not what I'm looking for. This stuff here, which I put in, is mostly for temporary purposes. We're going to remove that. This is going to be the main entrance and exit, besides the one we have over here, which we may change this one at some point. But for now, we do have to still work on this here, as I said. We've got to figure out a way to connect all of these together. And I know just the way to do it. So let's go ahead and get in here, and let's grab our one-way, two-lane highway, or one-way, two-way highway. And let's make sure all of our snapping's on. It is. Perfect. And we want to put this right about there, I think. And then we're going to do the same thing here. Now, the nice thing about having it set up like this is the freeform really does give you a good ability to do on and off ramps. It looks really good. The curves aren't really that bad at all. I mean, I feel like they're better than what you could get if you just did a curved one. So what I'm going to do is go out about halfway, and, you know, I'm going to have to eyeball it a little bit, and then we're going to turn it in. And then we're going to do the same thing here. So about halfway, say right around there possibly, and then turn it in. And that looks really good. That is a really good ramp to go on and off there. So I like the way that looks a lot. We're going to do the same thing here. We'll come out about halfway and curve it. And then about halfway and curve that one. Perfect. So that is about as good as I'm going to be able to do on a console. And I think it actually looks pretty good. So we need to go ahead and flip these back this way so they are going the right way. And this needs flipped around that way. Okay, so the interchange is fully complete. Before we close out this video, though, I would like to try to connect it up a little bit. It's probably going to be temporary, but I do want to connect it up a little bit. I just want to see if anybody uses it. So first things first is I want to put in, where are they? There's my massive, large two-way toll booth. That's what I want. Well, one-way toll booth, rather. I think I'm going to do the small one. Alright, that will work. And then we are going to add in our roundabout. And I'm going to do quite a big roundabout, I think. This one. This guy. This is the guy I want. And this is going to be good, because this is really far down here, so then it'll give us plenty of room to build something over here, have this road come down and connect, and then this road obviously can connect somewhere as well. And we'll just have to see how it goes. I'm going to try to make it as even as I can, if we can get away the tweets. I need to go on there and turn those off. They're pretty annoying. I don't really need to see those. I think that is about as close as I'm going to get it. So we're going to go ahead and throw that there. And then we're going to take... Where is it? I'm going the wrong way. Here it is. And I'm just going to do this. And we're going to freeform this just like we were doing before. So we're going to go out about there and then have it come in. Actually, I think I want to go a little bit further with this. So let's do a straight line first. We'll go about to there. Perfect. And now we will try to freeform that in. I don't really like the way that's going right now. I want it to be a little more like that, I suppose. Yeah, that's fine. I think that's about as good as I'm going to get it on console. We'll go ahead and flip these around, and that should take care of that. Perfect. What I want to do is I want to take, if I can, I'm not sure how realistic this is going to be, but I want to do something like that, right? Where it gives you the one lane going to there. And we're going into 3 lanes, which is what I want. Those we're probably going to have to play with. I don't think there's going to be a whole lot we can really do there. But at least for the on and off, that will work. That will work. Okay, so we've got that. Now I just want to make a temporary connection here, and I just want to see if they start using this road or not. So we're going to take this bridge. Obviously, we're going to work this bridge. This is not the bridge we're going to use for the old section. It's going to be a little bit different than that. This is just a temporary thing before we close it out. I just want to make sure that they're actually going to use it and that it works. And that it's living up to the standards that I want it to live up to. So let's go ahead and drag this here. Again, temporary. Nothing crazy here. Perfect. Let's see if anybody starts using it. And before they do, I want to make sure we bump this up, and then I need to get electricity over here, and I need to get water over here. So let's do that quickly. Just drag some water pipes all the way over to here. That gets them some water, and then we'll take some electricity here. You know what? We're just going to take it from here. It's not going to look the greatest. We're just going to take it from there for now, and we're just going to drag it across. Now, is anybody using it yet? The answer looks like no. Okay. Well, that's fine. I'll probably just edit that part out, guys. But that is... Oh, there's somebody. Hey, we won't edit it out. All right, we got somebody. Let's see, where's he going? Let's see if I can grab him quickly. Where are you going? He's just using it to turn around? Where was he going? He's going really far away. I think they're going to start using it because there's less toll booths on it right now. Because this way they have to use that toll booth and they have to use this toll booth to get on and off. So they're probably going to start using it because of that reason. There's people using it though. So good. Good, good, good. Alright, so it's working. I want to watch this guy go across. Yeah, that works out nice. It looks... That's working really good. I mean, this... It's embarrassing how long it took me, probably, guys, just to figure out how to do this the correct way and make it work properly and actually function and look like I would want it to look, right? It's crazy. People are using it, though, so that's great. Let's get this guy. Alright, let's watch this guy get on the ramp, and then we will close this episode out. And there he goes. Yeah, I mean, that corner's a little sharp, but I think it works fine. Awesome. Alright, guys. That is my Trumpet Interchange. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you learned a little bit of something. I'm certainly not the best, and you probably can find somebody else out there that could give you some more tips on it, but hopefully this at least helps you out if you're on console like I am, and learning and figuring out how you can do an interchange like this, which is more efficient than the ones that they give you standard in the game. If you guys enjoyed this one, I'd really appreciate it if you guys hit the like and subscribe button. Helps my channel out a ton. If you haven't already, let me know down below in the comments what you thought of this video. Did you like this kind of video? Would you like me to do more stuff like this, or would you like just to see me build up a city more? Either way, let me know. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next episode.